Good. Well, good evening to you, Dr. Larry. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. You know, couple minus.
Oh man, yeah. Life can be very hard at times, huh?
Yeah, it's challenging, man.
Yeah, very challenging, and you have to face.
You have to adjust.
Face up the challenges in life.
That's it.
And then, regardless of the circumstances, you still gotta go ahead and then be strong and keep going. Well, we were not thinking really about starting a show like this, but then again, through thick and thin, we decided somehow, some kind of way to start a show. Unfortunately, what a strange way of starting a show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? It's nice to see you. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. C'est un plaisir que nous retrouvions ici sur la radio télé Émergence d'ici là. Unfortunately, it's not really easy. It has not really been easy for us here at Radio Télé Emergence ever since we start. And je vais continuer à présenter des tas de difficultés jusqu'ici pour nous dans la vie. Mais nous décidons malgré vents et marées pour nous nager contre tout courant. Et donc pour nous retrouver nous. Et car c'est pour nous tout en joie. Et pour nous retrouver nous, c'est toujours pour nous tout en joie. Pour nous braver quel que soit danger, quelle que soit difficulté sur route nous, pour que nous toujours porter de très bonnes informations. Mais ce n'est pas facile pour nous-mêmes et nous réellement pas éterniser sous difficultés que nous avons rencontrées, des difficultés qui des fois pas même fait sens que nous avons rencontrées là. Mais de toute façon, nous connaissons que bon Dieu plus fort, bon Dieu plus grand et nous avons toujours une victoire. Good evening. So we're gonna start this thing right.
Yep. Good evening, everybody. Glad you could join us. I said sorry we started a little bit later, but we can go ahead and drive on.
Yeah.
Got some good information. By all means, as you all know, my name is Dr. Larry Thomas.
Yeah.
And I'm here to have an open discussion, everybody. Phone lines are open. You can call with your comments, suggestions, any input of value you want to add to the conversation. By all means. Number is 321-216-6279.
21-2-16-62-79, c'est numéro ça pour nous relayer dans le show là. And we're gonna start this thing right now. We're not wasting any more time.
No, we're not wasting time.
Et on va commencer d'emblée à show là, sans perdre du temps.
All right, the topic of the day is going to be
jeudi là, c'est
spring cleaning.
C'est nettoyage de printemps.
That's going to be a leadership topic that we're going to discuss, and it's going to talk about cleaning out the things in our lives.
Son sujet de leadership que n'a parlé jeudi là et des poils la parler de nettoyage de Bagay qui gagne dans la vie.
Okay, for you all that are watching from the States.
Pour nous même regarder Pabon ici aux États-Unis.
You know that last night was daylight savings time.
Et pour nous même qui Pabon ici aux États-Unis, nous déjà connaissons que depuis hier soir, c'était 14 mars, c'est côté changement de temps été fait.
That's the first step that puts us over into spring.
C'est le premier pas qui mettait nous vers saison qui est le printemps.
Means that we have made it through the winter months.
Ça veut dire que nous sommes censés traverser la saison hiver là.
And we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Et comme ça, nous avons la lumière là à la fin du tunnel là.
And fortunately, many of us are seeing a light through, seeing a way forward through COVID-19.
Et en pile nous sommes capables déjà remarquer on sort de acheminement, trajectoire, c'est-à-dire en résultat et avec situation COVID-19 ça que nous avons expérimenté là jeudi là.
Now, naturally, what comes along with spring,
et naturellement, ça que saison printemps lui-même n'y porté,
is something we call spring cleaning.
C'est ça que le nettoyage de printemps.
Oftentimes during spring cleaning, we're getting rid of some of the old things we've accumulated during the winter time.
Souvent, non, et ça le nettoyage de printemps, c'est-à-dire nettoyage printemps, et ça mon toujours fait le plus souvent, c'est retirer une série de vieux bagailles et vieux rades qui étaient là, et bien pour remplacer par une série de nouveautés, et ceci en tout.
We pack some things up, we put them away.
Et nous paquons une série de bagailles, mettons de côté.
The next season.
Et jusqu'à la saison prochaine, non.
And some things we have to throw out.
Et il y a un bagage tout comme ça, et que nous jeter.
We have to clean up and we have to make room, get rid of some of the old things so we can make room
Nous
for some of the new
nettoyer
things.
et retirer une série de vieilles bagages sans façon pour nous mettre ça qui est nouveau.
And we have to do that to make room for the new things that come into
Et
our
faut que nous
lives.
fassions ça sans façon pour nous capables de faire chemin, inscrit espace pour l'autre bagaille nouveau qui va venir dans la vie nous.
Now I submit to you this as part of your own personal development.
Et m'a fait nous connaître que pour ça qui concerne le développement personnel nous,
You're gonna have to clean out part of your spring clean should be perhaps cleaning some people or some things, some habits out of your lives to make way for new abundance, new things that come into your life and to adopt new attitudes.
c'est nettoyer, débarrasser d'une série de monde dans la vie nous qui peut être toxique et puis faire espace, créer l'autre espace pour nouveau monde qui venir et puis l'autre bagaille qui censé positif qui venir dans la vie nous.
So now, at the beginning of the year,
Dans commencement d'année,
many people they make the New Year's resolutions
en pile monde fait résolution de nouvel an.
and they say, hey, usually these New Year's resolutions start to fade out after a while.
Well, et après quelques temps, après au fin fait tant de résolutions, et résolutions ça eu petit gens et AP et censé vague ou bien et AP un petit gens et fuit au fil des jours et des semaines, des mois pendant l'année.
And usually around March, April, those things start to fade away, and we start to lose interest and things like that in our New Year's resolutions.
En pile fois, dans commencement d'année à partir de mars, c'est gado et nouvelle résolution que mon dépôt. Et l'année a commencé par réellement déblayer.
Now, later on in our discussion, I'll go back to how we address the New Year's resolutions and how we can get past all of that.
Et plus tard, dans le sujet nous, nous connaissons comment nous sommes capables de débarrasser et quimber résolution ça yo.
Now, what I submit to you this, when you do some of your spring cleaning and cleaning things or people or attitudes out of your lives,
Ça que le temps dit en ce qui est trait à nettoyer, nettoyage de printemps et en ce qui concerne débarrasser d'une série de monde ou bien bagaille dans la vie nous.
have some suggestions for you.
Il y a quelques suggestions, bagaille que le temps m'a suggéré nous.
One is you have to identify the people that are in your circle.
Faut identifier en premièrement, en tout premier lieu, monde qui sont censé dans cercle ou
Versus the people that are in your corner.
et comparativement à monde qui sont censé dans coin la vie.
Pass me a marker there.
You want a marker?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. There goes a marker.
All right. Let
Demandez
me
mon feutre.
lose my page here. Okay.
Ok, apparemment, il a dessiné quelque chose pour montrer nous.
If y'all see,
Can you see
you
that?
can make that out. Hold on. Let me do this a little better.
La PC, pendant que la parle ensemble avec nous, a dessiné ce que l'a dit nous de manière pour que nous capables de retenir le
Okay.
bien toujours.
Can you see that?
How about using this white
Okay.
page?
All right.
Ok, là, ils font cercle là. Je ne sais pas si nous sommes capables de cercle là. Et peut-être que ça rouge, Dr. Larry. I don't know if they could see. Can you
Make
see
that
well, it looks like the red is not reflecting
Okay.
from the background. How about trying this black one and
Let's
see
try black.
what this is going to do?
All right.
Donc, ça la BC fait là, la BC font cercle pour le capable de démontrer exactement ça l'a dit à là. Donc, yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, very
Now,
good.
sorry for the confusion. Okay, you
No,
notice
it's
this
okay.
right here. This is a
Désolé pour
circle.
confusion, ça son cercle.
In this circle, you have people,
Dans cercle dessiné, nous avons monde là-dedans.
family, friends,
Nous avons amis, nous avons famille,
associates,
nous avons associés.
some people that you just interact with.
Et il y a quelques monde que
Every now and then.
ou censé gagner interaction ensemble avec eux et une fois ou quelques fois. A dessiné toujours.
Pardon my bad art here, but
Il y a une partie de mauvais.
you notice this, around this circle is a square.
Et autour de ce cercle que le formé il y a un carré.
Now, in this square,
Dans le carré ça,
you've got, these are corners.
c'est coin qui est dans le cercle là. Côté que il est censé mettre quelques petits points dans le cercle tout.
Now you notice there's a lot more space here than there is here.
Ou capable de marquer entre cercle là avec carrière, il y a plus monde qui dans cercle que monde qui censé dans carrière. J'ai que le démontrer là.
Now, here's the difference. The people that are in your circle,
mais différence là, monde qui censé dans cercle ou yo,
these are the people that like I said, family, friends, stuff like that, who are acquaintances, who interact with you.
C'est famille yo, monde qui censé gain interaction avec ou famille, amis et la trier.
But these people in the corner are the people that you can truly count on when you need it.
Moun sa yo qui censé dans coin, c'est moun sa yo capable compter sur yo sérieusement, le par exemple gain nécessité ou gain besoin.
Now, routinely people take up people can be placed into one of two categories.
De façon routinière, on est capable de dire comme ça, et monde qui n'a la vie yo capable placer en deux catégories de classes.
Now, I want to preface by saying this is not a definitive.
Il t'a juste fait connaître à l'avance que ça l'a dit là, c'est bon bah qui définitive, bien entendu.
However, people occupy two spaces. They either contribute to your life and to your journey, or they contaminate your life and your journey.
Ouais, monde qui dans la vie, nous capable de diviser en deux classes, deux catégories. Il y a monde qui dans la vie, capable de contribuer dans la journée ou dans la vie, comme ça tout il y a monde qui capable dans la vie pour détruire.
And the challenge is to really have to sit down and evaluate what category these people that you deal with, what category do they fall into?
Défi dans la vie, c'est pour même vous capable de déterminer qui but, qui rôle en monde spécifique dans la vie.
Those people that contribute to your life,
monde si là qui contribue dans la vie yo,
they inspire you.
Yo inspire yo.
They give you, they motivate you.
Yo motive yo.
They give you encouragement.
Yo encourage yo.
They give you the drive and the desire to
yo
want to do better.
Désir, passion pour capable faire meilleur dans la vie.
And to be the best you.
Et pour capable meilleur de vous-même.
They speak life into you.
Yo parler la vie. Inflicter la vie dans la vous.
And they speak life into your vision.
Yo inflicter la vie dans vision qu'on gagne.
They invest in you.
Yo investi dans vous également.
Take time to mentor you.
Yo prend temps pour yo conseiller yo.
To coach you.
Pour enseigner yo, pour parler ensemble avec pour instruire yo.
To teach you.
Et pour enseigner également.
They're honest.
Yo honnête ensemble avec vous.
They are respectfully candid and they are supportive.
Yo candide de façon respectueuse et comme ça tout yo supporter yo.
They'll tell you the things that you need to hear.
Yo dit ou bagay qu'on besoin entendre dans la vie.
Rather than just being someone who tells you what you want to hear.
Au lieu de un monde qui seulement a besoin pour dire ou ça qu'on t'a jamais entendu.
These are the people that cause you to be true to yourself.
C'est monde si là dans la vie qui cause pour capable vrai à ou même.
Now you've got the category of people who are contaminating your life.
Comme ça, on a l'autre catégorie monde si là qui contribue à contaminer la vie, rendre la vie toxique.
Those people are toxic.
Monde ça yo toxique.
They cultivate negativity.
Yo cultiver, yo planter négativité.
They bring negativity into your
dans
life.
La vie.
They want to talk gossip.
Yo vle faire potage radotaille.
Rather than issues.
Au lieu que yo pote pour issue bagay k'ap contribuer positivement à la vie.
Or things that actually create value.
Ou bien bagay qui crée valeur dans la vie qui construit.
They always need.
Yo toujours besoin.
They always take.
Yo toujours besoin et prend la vie.
But they never want to reciprocate and give.
Yo pas jamais vle rendre réciprocité comme ça pour bail à vous-même.
They want to discount.
Yo vle toujours minimiser.
And devalue your ideas.
Évaluer et dire avec pensée.
And to be perfectly honest, these people are draining.
Pour nous être honnête ensemble avec moun si là capable ruiner ou déprimer.
And it takes a lot of energy just to
deal with these people. Elle prend paquet énergie pour gérer moun si là, pour vivre ensemble avec, pour fonctionner ensemble avec.
And a lot of times, if you're not careful,
et un peu le fois si ou même ou pas prudent,
these people will take their baggage.
Moun sa yo même y a prend fatra que yo gagne yo.
Add it onto your baggage.
Yo pote sous dos et ou même qui déjà gagne fardeau pour déjà pote.
And it's important that you identify.
C'est important pour identifier.
Where these people fall into your life.
Côté eux même yo tombé dans la vie, yo placé dans la vie.
Because what I refer to, or what people refer to as fair weather friends.
Et ça que lui-même n'y référé, et ça que moun référé à moun qui toujours là, et nan temps bon yo.
They come around when they need you.
Yo toujours vini là au besoin.
But they're never there when you may need them.
Yo pas jamais là, le par exemple au besoin yo.
All right. Again, if you have let me break it real quick. If you all have any input, anything you want to add value to the conversation, the number is 321-216-2279.
Littéralement pour un petit pause pour le faire nous connaître que excusez-nous, si nous t'avons relié en show, si nous t'avons opinion, si nous avons des questions, nous sommes capables de toujours aller dans 321 216 62 79.
Now, identifying these two categories of people is extremely difficult. It's a lot easier to say than it is to do.
Identifier deux catégories de monde dans la vie, et son bagage qui est facile à dire qu'à faire.
Because some of these people,
parce que en plus le monde si là yo,
that you'll need to cut off or distance yourself from,
que au besoin retirer dans la vie et distancier de eux même yo.
Could be family.
Yo capable yo.
Could be long time associates.
Yo capable tout associer que grand pile temps et que ou familiariser et gain amitié ensemble avec yo.
Now, let me go back and preface and interject this.
La faut-il retourner en arrière en façon pour le capable et préciser sur ça.
Those that I'm identified as contaminating, people who contaminate your life.
Et moun si la yo, c'est moun sa identifié en tant que moun qui l'a pour contaminer la vie ou.
I'm not saying that these are bad people.
Il pas dit que moun sa yo c'est moun qui mauvais que yo yé.
I'm just saying that these people may not necessarily be conducive to you.
Et seulement ça le dit, c'est que moun sa c'est moun qui en doit pas jouer un rôle qui cap conduire dans bon chemin. C'est ça seulement dit.
And we all have family and friends, people we deal with that we love them.
Et chacun de nous gagne moun, membres famille, amis que nous aimons en pile.
But you got to love them from a distance.
Mais moun si la yo, c'est moun nous cap toujours aimer yo, mais aimer yo dans distance bien déterminée.
And that's the hard truth. Some people have to deal with from afar.
Et c'est vérité ça qui est brûlante parce que grand pile monde ça que nous aimons nous obligé mettre yo de côté ba au distance yo. C'est seulement nous capable gérer yo, ou bien couper contact ensemble avec eux entièrement.
Or not at all, just so that you will have the ability to grow into who you
en façon pour que vous même capable développer et un monde ça que bon Dieu désigné pour hier dans la vie.
Because some people,
un peu le monde,
they don't or they won't recognize your transformation.
Yo pas connaît et comme ça tout on doit pas reconnaître transformation qu'a fait dans la vie.
Because they can't get past the old you, the you that they want you to be or the you used to be.
Wow. Parce que yo pas qu'à suspendre penser à genre de monde côté hier là comparativement à monde qui est dans chemin côté qu'on pour aller à destination là dans la vie.
For example,
par exemple,
they're looking for you that lived in the past.
Ils a cherché moyen pour que vous même vive dans le passé.
But you've changed addresses. You don't live there anymore.
Ou changer adresse longtemps, ou pas moun qui vivent dans l'adresse encore.
And you're trying to move forward.
Et ou essayer du bec et des ongles pour garder soit aller vers l'avant.
And you've got to let some things go.
Faut résigner pour quitter ton série de bagages aller.
They're going to hinder your growth.
You're capable de gêner développement dans la vie.
Now the fact is,
may I add a little something?
Go right ahead.
Whoever goes did not mean to stay.
Yeah. I mean, it said that, you know,
whoever is left wasn't meant to leave.
Well, whatever left wasn't meant to be, you know, wasn't meant to be with you. You know, there's a saying that goes, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, people may come in for, some people are just stepping stones to get to the next level.
Gon série de monde ça yo c'est nous capable dire c'est pierre, roche, c'est escalier que bon Dieu permette à ce que yo servi de manière pour conduire vers côté pour aller dans la vie.
You're going to have some people along your journey, they're going to walk with you, and they may get you through this time.
Ou a besoin de monde dans la vie qui cap conduire ou et en certains moments, en certains temps dans la vie.
And then they ventured off into their own journey because we're all on different paths.
Qu'on s'est aventuré dans l'autre journée parce que chaque de nous dans la vie, nous avons différents chemins que bon Dieu tracé pour nous suivre dans la vie.
And sometimes it's just a series of collaborations to get to where you're going to be.
Et en pile fois, c'est toute une série de collaborations qu'on va joindre dans le même monde, ceci, cela, whether they're toxic or not.
Yes, whether toxic or not.
Et que monde sont toxiques.
The toxic people, the value that they bring to your relationship is that they give you a lesson.
Well, monde qui toxique. So which means they have got their importance in your life.
There's a reason.
Même monde qui toxique dans la vie et yo pour une valeur spéciale dans la vie. What did you say that value is again?
Which one?
Concerning the toxic people, the value they bring into your life.
Well, they give you a lesson.
You enseigne une leçon. Yeah, I forget that.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Monde qui toxique yo la vini dans la vie, ça fait you enseigne une leçon. And then, well, some people, I'm sorry to cut you off. Remember what you were gonna say while you were at that. Some people, they think that the toxic people or the contaminated souls that come into your life, they are subject. They are supposed to die. They're supposed to not have been in your life.
Well, no.
Or they deserve to die because of what the effect they have, the negative effect, the negative impact.
Okay. First and
the
foremost,
sorrows, the pains that you've gone through with these people. It's man, you wish they would not have been in your life, but
you learn.
But there is a but to it.
Yes.
There's a lesson.
You learn. I mean, how many of you can think of something right now and be like, you know what? I don't want to go back through that anymore.
Yeah, combien de nous qui là qui c'est capté de nous.
You don't want to go through that anymore.
Quelques expériences que nous dit que oh my God, on souhaitait que au patin mais on commencer expérience en dans la vie.
And every life is a continuous lesson.
La vie son leçon continuelle.
And the classroom is always open.
Et salle de classe là toujours été ouverte.
So, remember that.
Et songez ça.
So now, let's see. The people that leave, as we were saying, people that leave along your journey. Here's the thing: as you grow,
pour monde qui vivent en journée qui est aussi longue et pendant qu'on va développer,
those who can't grow with you,
et monde qui pas qu'à développer ensemble avec vous pendant qu'on va développer,
they can't go with you.
Ils pas qu'à aucun côté ensemble avec vous malheureusement. Wow, that's so deep.
They're not ready for the trip.
Il y a des gens qui réellement voyez pas prêt pour voyage là.
And that's okay. You know, they're not ready for the trip, and that's okay.
Faut résigner et accepter et faire accomplir parce que they fine, you okay.
Because they're on their own journey.
Parce que il y a des gens qui n'ont pas journée pas yo.
And we're not.
Some people they love their comfort.
Yeah. Some people will come to you, and some people will be around
accommodation.
Yes, because of a service that you provide to them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, some people, well, not a lot of times, but some people that come into your lives, they're self-serving. They're with you as long as you can provide a service.
Il y a grand pile monde dans la vie qui ensemble avec c'est seulement le que vous même vous capable servir, vous capable bailler.
If you have a Mercedes vehicle.
Si par exemple vous avez une machine, une voiture Mercedes,
you have a Mercedes vehicle. You got a lot of friends that would be like, "Hey man, let me get a ride.
Yeah.
Let me ride with you."
Si vous avez une machine qui en voiture Mercedes, quand pile amis qui t'a ramené pour un client pour y aller conduire ou bien qui t'a ramené avec une machine pour nous.
But if you're waiting for the bus,
mais si par exemple moi-même,
you are standing there alone.
Si t'as non stop bus là côté que m'attend les bus là venir et puis me camper pour compte moi.
You are standing there alone.
Ou à camper pour compte.
A lot of people they're self-serving, and when they're self-serving, they weigh you down.
Et quand pile monde dans la vie, yo remet servir tête yo seulement et l'autant de yo gen tendance ça concept ça, monde si là yo y a pour ruiner yo, y a déprimer yo, y a finir yo.
And if they weigh you down,
et c'est comme ça si que yo même yo déprimer comme ça,
you'll never be able to fly.
On ne va pas voler encore parce qu'il y a coupé zèle.
And again, some people they have to get off. Some people you have to force them off so they can go on to their own journey.
Gen moun qui selon impact so dit ka lever d'après encouragement comme ça tout gen c'est moun qui en doit chita rete là, y aura boubri à terre, y kokobé à terre, chikata à terre.
So you have to identify who's in your circle, who's in your
capable identifier qui moun qui dans cercle.
All right, the second talking point.
Before we go to the second
yes.
one, we're gonna take a pause and then also we'll reiterate our phone number for if anyone will want to participate. Si quelqu'un qui a participer, encore et docteur Larry remet interaction côté que l'invité nous à poser question, relais et m'dame bien encourager nous et demander attention et générosité nous. Et pour nous ta relé dans show parce que sans cacher din ça l'a parlé là c'est qui a importance capitale pour nous mêmes et n'a prié supplié imploré prendre téléphone non relé dans 321 216 62 79 il y a une bagaille que nous parents mais fait là c'est rester chita dans téléphone non et pour n'a texter pendant que nous dans l'air là donc excusez-nous le fait que si n'a texte n'a pas écrit nous pas répondre nous à l'instant donc mais n'a toujours essayé faire certain pour nous répondre nous après échouant ou bien quelque temps après mais qu'on y a docteur Larry et Taramé si toutefois nous avons question si toutefois nous avons opinion pour nous darrer dans 321 de 16 62 79 et moi-même m'a encouragé nous pour nous ta ballon petit coup de fil et fait connaître comment on attend l'île et c'est pas précis ça l'a dit on a 321 de 16 62 79 et n'a propose et puis n'a retourner dans quelques instants était branché était accroché pas oublier que vous suivre Radio Télé Émergence Radio Parlant. messieurs, nous de retour ici sur la radio Télé-Émergence, accompagné de docteur Tamas, non, très bel sujet à ce allant, et un sujet qui, pour moi-même, très profond et prolifique, côté que la palais de spring cleaning, nettoyage de printemps, et même genre saison printemps, lui-même échangé, côté que hiver fini, t'es bien foudu, et puis un pile pied bois, t'es censé, comme de capaboué, pied boyau, t'es ratiboisé, et quasiment, et feuilles séchées, et un pile mango qui tape, et fleuri, et puis l'organe un pile, et fleurs tombées, de sèche. Et donc, saison un printemps pour ton rafraîchissement, et que toute Bagay pour reprendre vigueur dans la nature, et la nature est cyclée, et c'est comme ça, sujet si là, dans spring cleaning, la vie nous, et docteur Larry a parlé pour que conseil de Bagay, faut nous censé paquer pour nous mettre de côté, des Bagay également pour nous censé paquer ou bien vous jeter. Et donc c'est très important, c'est la vie. Et donc c'est ça, on a parlé là. Pas oublier que tranche émission ça de Radio Télé Émergence en courtoisie de First Class Insurance and Financial Services et First Class Business Center qui est situé dans 6003 Babcock Street, Southeast, Bombay, Florida, qui sous direction serviteur Jean-Claude de Jonassan. Là, on a First Class Insurance pour toute qualité assurance machine. Assurance écaille, assurance business, assurance commerciale, assurance de vie, assurance santé, ils sont ceux-là, mesdames et messieurs, c'est Jean-Claude de Jonassan, serviteur et avec un staff courtois et professionnel cap servi avec tout le charisme que vous gagnez. Là, dans 6003 Babcock Street, Southeast, Bombay, Florida. Téléphone pour contacter nous dans First Class Insurance and First Class Business Center, c'est 321 727 81 42. Here we go again, Dr. Larry.
All right. First, I want to say welcome to those who are just now joining us. There was a couple difficulties with the link, but I'm glad you could join us. And feel free to give us a call. Once again, the number is 321-216-6279. 321-216-6279.
Bon, même le nous rencontrons des difficultés auparavant, et bon, enfin, et nous pas essayer d'éterniser nous sous petits contrariétés de temps en temps, qui pas même fait sens que nous avons expérimenté ici à travers Radio Télé Émergence, nous pas bon que nous connaissons que bon Dieu nous a plus fort. Donc l'essentiel c'est que nous là, nous continuons pour plus belle jour et victoire là, toujours été pour nous-mêmes. De toute façon, l'émission va continuer et pour la plus belle.
Okay, as we the first part, as you know, we're talking about spring cleaning up things.
Dans la première partie de l'émission, nous avons parlé de nettoyage de printemps, mesdames, messieurs.
Get rid of the old, making room for the new.
Retirer ça pas bon yo, ancien yo, et puis faire chambre, pour faire chemin, espace pour ça qui bon yo. Nouveau yo.
Okay, moving into the second talking point.
Pour nous parler de deuxième partie du sujet noir, je ne veux dire.
Okay, you know where you've been.
Où qu'on est qui qu'on sorti.
Now you got to chart out a path of where you want to go.
Qu'on y a faut calculer pour regarder pour qui côté qu'on veut aller dans la vie.
It's part of your preparation for the new season.
Ça fait partie de préparation pour saison prochaine dans la vie.
We're not talking just about the new season of the year.
Non pas seulement été à parler de nouvelle saison de l'année. Hein.
We're talking about as you move into the new season of your life.
On a parlé de nouvelle saison dans la vie.
All right, as I mentioned earlier,
Jean que le mentionné et précédemment dans la discussion.
Some people begin every year with New Year's resolutions.
Un peu le monde commence à nouvelle là avec des résolutions nouvelles.
Let's see, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to go to the gym more.
Qui dit comme ça, ok, je vais laisser faire il faut du poids et je vais aller dans le gym, faire exercice.
Several other New Year's resolutions that they make.
Un pilote résolution de nouvel an que eux-mêmes ont également fait.
Well, over time,
pendant que tu temps marché à faire chemin,
March, April,
et raisonnement avril comme ça,
those goals start to fade
objectif si yo fané.
And why do they fade away?
Et pour qui yo fané comme ça?
It's because there's no accountability or consistent monitoring.
Parce que yo pas prendre responsabilité de soi et yo pas censé prend précaution surveiller à ça que a fait.
Usually the goals are unrealistic.
Et un peu de fois et objectif que vous placez yo censé pas réel.
You have to use this spring cleaning as a time to re-energize.
Faut utiliser nettoyage printemps pour revigorer tout.
And chart your course.
Recalibrate ou bien reprendre charge et recharger batterie.
Now, first thing, as I said, you have to be realistic.
Premier bagay que le dit, faut que nous réel dans résolution.
All right, give yourself set your goals.
Et battre ton objectif.
And give yourself a timeline.
Et battre tout en un certain temps.
And stay the course.
Et comme ça pour persévérer et chemin qu'on peut aller vers objectif.
Notice I said stay the course, not try to stay the course.
Et remarquez que le dit comme ça que pour un temps pour que ou aller vers objectif et pas essayer aller vers objectif. Faut déterminer con détermination.
Because when you try to do something, you give yourself a way out.
Si toutefois dit que ou a essayer font bagay, c'est-à-dire que déjà ba tête ou échappatoire, un chemin pour que ou même ou capable d'utiliser pour que ou bon tirer aussi ou bien au camper.
And you are although it's not you don't realize it, but you are making a way or a lane for an excuse to enter when you don't achieve what it is you set out to achieve.
En pile fois là qu'on dit ça et ou fait ici ou ba tête on sort d'échappatoire déjà et pour que ou capable satisfaire tout parce que réellement pas de gain, nous capable de détermination ça à l'avance.
Because if you don't achieve whatever that goal is, you're just going to say, "Oh, well, I tried." So
ouais, parce que si par exemple pas réussi à accomplir l'objectif ou toujours dit puisque tu as essayé avance bon au moins m'essayer.
So don't set out to try, set out to do.
Pas mettez dans tête ou pas décision pour essayer à l'avance mais prends décision pour faire. Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it. Like
yeah, exactly.
Just do it.
Yeah.
No excuses.
Now, give your and you know, it's funny you say excuses, okay?
Yeah.
One of the things that I've committed to memory.
Il y a une bagay censé commettre à mémoire que l'imposer à mémoire imposer à lui-même.
Is a little motto or a little quote about excuses.
C'est ça nous capable de on sorte de proverbe en ce qui concerne excuse.
Excuses
énoncé en termes d'excuses.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent.
Excuse c'est équipement moun qui est compétent yo utiliser.
They serve to build monuments of nothing.
Yo servi pour construire des monuments qui campaient sur rien du tout.
Nothing leads to nothingness.
Pas rien qui est capable de diriger vers rien du tout.
If you wish to succeed,
si vous souhaitez pour réussir dans la vie,
you must not spend time on nothingness.
Faut pas dépenser, investir la vie dans rien qui va rapporter à rien du tout.
Set forth to do.
Mettez dans tête tout, déterminer, prendre détermination pour faire, pour accomplir.
Don't fall back on try.
Pas essayer de tomber ou bien pas essayer de tomber sous le fait que ou t'es pensé à l'avance qu'on va essayer.
All right. So now, part of charting your course, you have to identify what it is that you
part
need.
Of what?
Part of charting, like
charting
your course.
Okay, il y a une partie dans essayer, nous capable de dessiner course la vie côté qu'on veut aller.
Identify what you need.
Identifier ce qu'on a besoin.
And develop a plan to get it.
Et développer un plan pour que même capable procéder sur ce qu'on a besoin.
That may require
ça capable demander
seeking out mentors.
Pour capable gagner tout ton conseiller.
People who will advocate for you.
Monde qui capable plaider pour vous-même.
And surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals.
Et puis entouré avec un série de monde qui gagne même pensée, même objectif ensemble avec vous.
People who will champion for you.
Monde qui peut essayer et aider ou développer ça qu'on a en tête là.
And you must be willing to do those things for others.
Faut essayer une volonté pour faire bagay ça pour l'autre monde.
Because people are going to go along with who they get along with.
Parce que moun normalement toujours content yo avec moun que yo gen bonne entente ensemble avec yo.
All right. Before I go to my third talking point, one more thing.
Avant même que tu passer à troisième point, il y a une bagay que le temps soulever, souligner.
Feel free to call in. Number is 321-216-6279.
Nous pas et mettez à l'aise pour nous relayer dans 321 216 62 79.
The phone line is open.
Et téléphone non ouvert, ni tellement par un main parler pour compte lui, il t'a une jointe interaction ensemble avec nous, vous connaissez quelqu'un qui comme ça.
So if you have any comments,
Si
anything
nous
you'd like to add to the conversation,
et dans la conversation ça que n'a pas entreprendre là sur là,
feel free to call in.
essayez de mettre à l'aise,
Love to hear from you.
il t'a mettant du tout.
Now, the third critical aspect of spring cleaning.
Et troisième aspect critique de nettoyage de printemps que la palais là
is facing the hardest reality of all.
C'est faire face à la réalité qui est plus dure de toutes.
You may need to clean up your own mess.
Au capable bien besoin pour nettoyer propre foutaise ou propre leader, bagay l'aide qu'on fait, bagay qui pas bon qu'on fait.
That may require you apologizing to others.
Ça a bien demandé pour que vous même ou dit au monde que vous êtes blessé, que vous êtes désolé.
Yeah, making amends.
Pour faire amende honorable dans le sens côté que on doit dire mon nom et pardon pour ça me défaut là.
Modifying some of your own behaviors.
Modifier, c'est-à-dire et habitude, coutume, de manière pour capable de faire meilleur.
There's a harsh reality.
Une réalité qui est rigide.
There could be that some of your behaviors could in fact be toxic.
Les capable bien que c'est propre attitude, tempérament, façon, comportement qui est toxique.
And you have to reevaluate because you may be in your own way.
Faut évaluer parce que ou même tout en pile fois dans la vie ou capable et un gênement pour peut-être pas.
That's why it's critical to get to know yourself.
C'est ça qui fait le critique pour qu'on ne peut-être pas.
And identify how you can be a contributor to other people's
Comment ou même
lives.
ou capable un contributeur.
And ask yourself, are you a contaminator?
Et comme ça tout, demandez tout, est-ce que vous sont monde qui sont un corrupteur? Est-ce que vous sont monde qui a contaminé, contribué à contaminer la vie de l'autre monde?
Because based on our previous discussion,
basé sur conversation précédente que nous t'ai entreprendre,
in order for you to effectively lead yourself,
et pour même vous censé et conduire tout, très bien.
You need to know yourself.
Faut connaître tout.
You need to be honest with yourself.
Faut honnête ensemble avec tout.
And you need to accept yourself.
Faut accepter tout.
And understand yourself.
Et pour capable de comprendre tout.
You have to seek to better, as you seek to understand yourself, you have to seek to better understand others.
Pendant que vous-même vous essayez chercher pour capable bien comprendre tout, faut également essayer pour comprendre l'autre.
Now, one of the main things people say with any type of relationships.
Il y a un bagage qui est plus important que mon dit dans quel que soit genre de relation.
One of the biggest factors in a relationship.
Un facteur qui est plus gros dans quelle que soit relation.
Not being successful is communication.
Et qui permet à ce que pas faire succès dans la relation, ça c'est communication.
That's not true.
C'est pas vrai, c'est pas vrai. C'est pas vrai du tout.
It's not communication.
C'est pas communication du tout.
It's comprehension.
C'est compréhension de préférence.
Because sometimes you have to meet people where they are in the developmental process.
Quelquefois dans la vie, faut rencontrer mon côté que lié à un processus pour aider mon. Isn't that what the Lord has done for us always? He meets us from where we are.
Oh, yes.
Exactly where we at.
We meet where we are. You know what I'm saying?
And then oh God, this is so good.
This
is so good. I'm gonna buy the CD myself.
That brings us back to the previous discussion.
I have to buy the CD myself.
That brings to the previous discussion. You meet people where they are. That's why people come into your life sometimes.
Yeah, but
they meet you where you are in your life. When you're no longer there, move forward.
Guess what? This is so true. My God, this is so good. Oh God, I can spend all night, days on this conversation alone. some people, they want you to be way up there.
Yeah.
They expect you. They place that expectation for you to be.
We got a phone call coming in.
We got a phone call.
It's a 860 number. Let's hear it.
A Connecticut number.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try to see who that would be. Are you dealing with anybody in the 800-860? Let's see who that is. Hello, good afternoon, good evening. Hello?
Oh, yeah, I was listening to the good doctor and his talk about spring cleaning.
Thanks.
And would you identify yourself, caller?
Yes, my name is Harry, and I'm from Connecticut in the United States.
Harry. That's my brother.
Oh, that's your brother?
Yes.
Oh, Harry, how you doing?
What's up, brother?
Harry, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Very.
Okay, Harry, can you hear us now?
I can hear you.
He can hear
very
us.
good. Very good.
But,
Go ahead.
You're very low. Go ahead, Harry.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
Okay, I find the topic very interesting because just like the trees and the grass and everything renew themselves every spring,
Yeah.
you're saying that we can do that ourselves,
Yes. Absolutely.
reevaluate ourselves and reinvent ourselves.
Yes. That's very true because we're as I said previously, every day is a learning lesson. Life is a learning lesson, right? And I'll go into there's basically different phases in life. For example, you have the learning phase where you're learning how to adjust, learning how things work. You know what I'm saying? You learn all those things. Then you're putting stuff to practice, and then later on you teach. But all of these are developmental processes. And you're learning the whole way through. So, as I said before, it's life is a learning lesson, and the classroom is always open.
Yes.
And even when people when you are unsuccessful in relationships or in business relationships or any type of interactions, there are lessons that are learned. You never lose, you learn.
True.
You learn from those lessons.
Yeah.
And when you're successful, you learn from those lessons. And the true character is how we deal with loss and how we bounce back. And sometimes we have to clean things out to make room for the new things.
True.
Very true. Could you give us an example, or are you in the middle of doing your own spring cleaning? Is there something that you're doing this spring that you needed to change?
I like that.
Awesome. Things.
Teach us. Tell us what you're doing right now.
Let's see. Things that I'm doing is within my own life. I know I've had to sit back. I just turned, as you know, Larry, but Harry. And I'll tell everyone else, I just celebrated a birthday, somewhat of a milestone birthday last Sunday. And I've had to sit back and reflect on, is this where I want to be? Where do I want to go? How do I need to get there? And how I'm going to do that. So I've had to clean some things out of my life. Some people I've had to love from afar, and that some of those people are family. I love them, but just because you love somebody doesn't necessarily mean they need to always occupy your space, because your space can be drained. But I'm surrounding myself with good people like yourself and and Jean-Claude here, and like-minded people that make me want to strive to do better, to be be the best version of myself. And I've had to face some hard realities and things that I've been carrying with me. Won't go into all that, but Harry, some of the stuff. But things I've had to carry with me that I've had to get over, get through, and try to push forward and put that behind me, and try to find a way through the wilderness. We're all on a journey, and we're constantly cleaning up.
Sure.
I've had messes I've had to clean up. I've had to go back and maybe apologize to people. I've had to I've done that. I've started to read a little more of the Bible and become a little better version of myself. I like to believe that anyway. But those around me would be, I guess, the best to attest to how much I may have changed in that area. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. And you know what? Jean-Claude, is there something that you're cleaning this year?
Well, I'm always in the process of cleaning. I just love cleaning because I don't like to stand any dirt around my path. And then as they're coming, I try to really brush them off my shoulders, constantly brushing off, because I hate to really have dirt on me, because I need my peace of mind. I need to go on with no disrespect.
For example, how I was saying, I'm not sure if you caught the first half of that, Harry, but you have to identify who's in your corner and who's in your circle. You've seen me do that analogy before, I know, but you have to identify who's in your corner, who's in your circle,
yeah.
Who's for you, who's against you.
Yeah.
Because ironically, the people, your biggest haters are the ones that will pay for the front row seats and the VIP passes to your show to see you fail.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
They can't wait.
Very true.
But those who are for you, your fans, they're the ones that are backstage with you, that are cheering you on. You know what I'm saying? And you have now your teammates are the ones that are there by your side. Your fans your haters are in the front row VIP section. Your fans are in the stands, but your teammates, those who are truly for you, that are in your corner, they're on the field with you in the game.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones that will you can depend on through thick and thin, and they are standing by your side. I'm glad to say that you're one of those people.
Definitely.
Great.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, that's I really here is my take here on this. I am constantly having to clean because, as I said before, life is constantly cycling, and then I like the way God struck this life because it shows not only the season we have, the seasonal cycles, but us. We have to, and then for me, it's a daily thing, the daily renewing my mind. Because I don't want to have to do the things that I did, the mistake that I made yesterday. And first of all, I am trying to be more on the Lord's side, praying more, meditate more, reading my Bible more, because the way life is becoming so toxic, the way people, they're becoming so weird, so wicked.
Yes.
You can't go by in life without getting infected by some serpents. How do we call this? Venom.
Well,
and then for that matter, go ahead.
The Bible is your vaccination.
Definitely. Against all these venoms.
That is your. But the thing is, it does no good if you don't open it and learn some lessons.
You got to. That's why you have to read it.
Yes, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And as you get older, and you pass a threshold where, as the saying goes, you have more years behind you than you may have ahead of you. Your mortality becomes more of a focal point. Yeah. And your legacy and what things do you want to be remembered of, and what footprints have you left in the lives of others? True. And that's important because all of us are pretty much on borrowed time, and so we need to make the most of what we have while we're here. And life is too short to be messy, and you need to identify those people that are going to contribute versus contaminate.
And then sometimes you wonder why people make life so difficult. Yes. And then life wasn't meant to be made so difficult. But then again, you have people in life that have got so many problems themselves.
Yes. Now, did he answer your question here?
Yes.
I was going to abound a little more, but Harry, I think this is it for now. You know where I was headed with this. What about you? Tell us about you now.
Well, I love the topic for the reason that I recently divorced, so I'm looking to reinvent myself. And what I've decided to do this year is to tackle situations that make me uncomfortable and people that made me uncomfortable.
How
so things that people I was avoiding, conversations I didn't want to have. Looking internally at myself, things that I avoided that I knew I should have been doing. I've been doing. So I've been reading more. The topic I've been reading a lot about now is how society is demonizing men, talking about male masculine toxicity. Yeah. And that's totally false and wrong because men is what built society, and and there's two halves. It's the masculine side and the feminine side. Yeah. And you can't have one without the other because the other side will fail with the other. Let alone they don't want us to be men. We have to stand up.
And then Ari, the perplexity of this, our women, they don't understand that most of the women writers that are writing these books, most of them are a bunch of feminists.
Yes.
You see, they just don't understand there is this feminist movement that is demonizing men out there right now, and then some of our women, they're buying into this.
All right,
exactly.
We're fortunate topic,
and this is giving strength to some women, and not to really have that respect and submission.
Well, yes, I mean, there needs to be a mutual level of understanding and respect amongst us all.
Yeah.
And
I didn't mean to bridge into a different topic, but that's what I'm spring cleaning right now is rediscovering who I am, realizing what I gave up during my marriage, and realizing that I should have made myself happy first, then I would take care of everybody else, instead of not being happy and going through a marriage that wasn't working at the time.
Well, so I believe your best, Harry, and then if your best wasn't good enough, I mean, well, guess what, my brother? Encourage yourself. That's all you have to do.
Like I said, and I've learned that I agree that there was fault on both sides to go around.
Yeah, definitely.
But, like I said, what I'm doing now is I'm working on improving myself, being the best version of myself that I can be.
True.
And then I'll end it with this. Dr. Thomas there talked about what excuses are, and it's so in coincidence I just heard another example of that, and the individual said excuses are nothing more than the lack of effort. And
absolutely,
it's precise and to the point.
Absolutely.
So with that, guys, I thank you for letting me talk to you guys. You guys are doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, you'll be hearing from me very soon, my brother.
Thank you, Harry. Guys. Thank you for participation. Thank you so much. Be well, my brother. All right.
Okay. Once again, thanks Harry for calling in.
That was a great call.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Phone lines are open 321-216-6279. I'll continue on into my other points. And again, if you all want to call in, feel free to call in. The phone line is open. Okay. Where I left off is you got to seek to understand others.
Il faut essayer chercher pour comprendre l'autre.
Part of seeking to understand others.
Une façon pour nous essayer chercher pour comprendre l'autre.
Communication is not the main factor in the breakdown of our relationships and interactions with others.
Communication, c'est pas facteur qui c'est principal non et comprendre l'autre.
It's comprehension.
C'est compréhension.
Because you can talk and you can communicate as much as you want.
Vous capable parler, vous capable communiquer n'importe façon que vous voulez.
But if the person doesn't understand what you're saying,
then
there's going to be a disconnect.
Déconnexion.
Oh, okay, we have another call coming in. Go right ahead.
Yeah, man, the subject is so interesting. Good evening to you, and thanks for calling the show with Dr. Larry. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. My name is Ivan from Orlando. Question. Once you establish goals or things that you want to achieve, what are some tips, or in case you're distracted, you get off track, you're achieving your goal, what are some tips to get back on track in a classroom.
Okay, you're saying what tools are there to keep you on track in order to pursuing your goals?
Exactly.
Okay, here's the first thing that I think, and everyone faces this.
Yeah.
It's called procrastination. You know what I'm saying? Well, the thing is, procrastination. There's really no such thing as procrastination. What it is you haven't made certain things a priority for you. So one of the main things that is important is to prioritize what it is you'd like to do. Now, there are a lot of distractors. Life is constantly going on, and things are constantly coming in your way. Things are going to happen. But one, keep a positive attitude. Keep a positive attitude. Also, like I said before, chart out a path of what you want to achieve. Give yourself reasonable, realistic timelines to get stuff done. You may not make another timeline, but at least you have a point to work forward to, in which you may need to evaluate. Find out which things are important to you. Which things you can have 5 or 6 different things going on. You could be like a juggler, juggling all these balls in the air, but you got to prioritize which ones. What do you want to do? By when you want to do this? Like, for example, hypothetically, all right, I want to lose 10 pounds by. If I say I want to lose 10 pounds by Friday, okay, that may not be realistic. But to say, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds, and I'm going to give myself until. Today is the 14th. I want to give myself until the 14th of next month. Now, in order to do that, there are a series of subtasks that need to happen. I've got to get my butt up, and I've got to walk. I've got to, go to the gym. I've got to eat. I've got to cut out maybe drinking sodas. I've got to do certain things in order to get there. So once you develop these tasks, then you develop reasonable, realistic subtasks to get stuff done. Another thing is really patience. Every stuff doesn't happen. You're not in a competition with anybody else. Like, this person right here, gets to a certain level, whatever, but you're wondering why I'm still here. Well, you're not competing. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're not competing against. You're not really competing against anybody else. Your main opponent is yourself, and the goal should be do better today than I was yesterday. Now, as I've told, as I mentioned in a previous discussion, I said that one thing I think is necessary to do, and I'll tell everybody again to go ahead and I challenge everybody to give this a shot, just for the next week. Get up in the morning. First thing in the morning,
look at yourself in the mirror.
Look yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm going to make you proud today.
I want to make you proud today.
I want to make you proud today. First of all, you are in the initiation phases of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
Now, next is you go forth and you be the best version of yourself that you can be. Is it going to happen all the time? No, because there are people. There are people who it may appear that they set out just to get on your very last nerve.
Sure.
There are people that are going to come into your way. Life is going to happen. As I said before, different things will happen that may distract you, this and that. But attempt to be the best version of yourself. Now, is that going to happen overnight? No. You may say some things to some people. You may do some things you may necessarily be proud of. Well, at the end of the day, as you come home or wherever you are, take time, and this is every day, take time for yourself. Whether you do this exercise or not, at the end of the day, take time for yourself and decompress. For me, when I was in the military, when I would come home from work, I would tell my wife that, hey, I need at least 20 minutes when I get through the door. I just need 20 minutes to decompress. And reflect. Well, you take this time, reflect, decompress, and think about what happened during that day. Did I do all the things? Did I do what I set out to do today? Mm-hmm. No, I didn't. This wasn't my proudest moment right here. You know what I'm saying? And well, what can I do tomorrow to make it better? And that may mean you may have to go to somebody and say, hey, Ivy, I'm sorry about yesterday. Don't even make an excuse. Say, hey, I'm sorry about yesterday. That won't happen again. There's just some things going on, and I shouldn't have said that to you. One that because regardless whether you're the best version of yourself throughout the day, you're a not so good version of yourself throughout the day. One thing you are to yourself is accountable, and you hold yourself accountable. Mm-hmm. And you get up in the morning, do that little ritual to yourself, and do the very best you can throughout the day. Reflect at the end of the day, and then tomorrow morning you get up and you do it all over again.
Exactly.
And because as you've heard me say several times during this discussion, every day life is a lesson, and the classroom is always open. It's open every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's how. And know your. Another thing is know your limitations.
Yes.
Know your limitations, and you brought something to my attention that I thought about. Well, another thing is this. You'll see people do all these things, and it seems as if they're succeeding and stuff like that. But when you set out to do something, and you know within yourself, and people know within themselves, they get something they're not deserving of, right? Like you'll see somebody do something that's not right, and they're like, something, that was a blessing, right? Well, the thing is, it's not a blessing if God's not in it. You know what I'm saying? That's not a blessing. You're not being blessed because you saw somebody drop $100 and you decided to keep it. You're not blessed with $100. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I mean by that is this: to thine own self, you have to be true, and you have to be realistic, honest with yourself. You have to be true to yourself. Set some goals. Hold yourself accountable, and be prepared to maybe step back and punt and reorganize. And it's not something that's done overnight. It's done over time, but it's not easy. But I guarantee you, it will be worth it.
Okay.
It does. If that answers your question.
It did. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling there, Ivan.
Kevin.
All right.
Good night.
Okay.
I have a dream. A song to sing.
All right.
Can I sing this song, please?
All right. And then I've got a couple more talking points.
I have a dream by Abba. Le groupe Abba, mesdames et messieurs, dans une superbe composition.
As you listen to the song, remember the phone lines are open: 321-216-6279. Look forward to hearing from you. I'll have a few more talking points to wrap this thing up, and but I look forward to any calls.
If you see the wonder of a fairy tale,
You can face,
you can take
the future, even if you fail.
even if you fail. I believe in angels.
I have a dream by Abba.
Something good in everything I
We dedicate this song especially for you who are watching us over the internet. Across the stream, because I have a dream. I have a dream, a fantasy. To help me through reality. And my destination makes it all worthwhile. Pushing through the darkness, still another miles. I believe in angels, something good, everything I see, everything I do. Especially when I know the time is right for me, and I'll cross the streams because I have a dream. I'll cross the desert because I have a dream. I have a dream of fantasy to help me through reality. I have a dream. The same way Martin Luther King has a dream, and he made it a reality. We all have a dream that we have to make a reality. Ain't that true, Dr. Larry?
That's right. We have a dream and we also have a vision. And we have to be willing to pursue that vision.
Yeah.
And see it through. Now, moving in, as I said, we need to better understand others. Now,
nous avons besoin de meilleure compréhension de l'autre.
Part of learning to understand others is to, okay.
Il y a une partie importante pour nous comprendre l'autre.
You gotta learn to respect opinions which are different from your own.
Faut apprendre à respecter opinions qui différentes de opinions par.
And you have to recognize, acknowledge, and appreciate the uniqueness that these people may bring.
Et il faut reconnaître et apprécier et façon unique que mon ici là créé et pour le porter dans la vie au ça que la porter.
And seek out common ground.
Another call, Dr. Larry. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah. Good evening. This is Radio Télé Émergence. Who are we talking to? Bonsoir. C'est Radio Télé Émergence. Avec qui est-ce qu'on a parlé? Hello? Radio Télé Émergence. Salut. Comment vous êtes? Hello? Hello?
Bon, nous très bien que le directeur Jean-Claude Jonassin et nous saluons tout.
This is all the way from Haiti.
Radio.
Oh, all right. Join us. I can't understand what you're saying, but
okay, I'll translate.
All right.
I know that I that because I watch the TV online because I know that you don't say you don't say what I say. Okay, I know that because this emission is amazing because I like to watch the TV radio emissions.
All right, we're glad you're watching. We're glad you called.
Yeah. Alan, every Sunday I make sure to watch the TV because I like that.
Awesome. I'm glad you're appreciating. I'm glad that I'm discussing the topic of interest that that's getting a good reception. I hope I'm adding value and giving you some good information and some tools that you can use that can enrich your life.
Yeah, because this information you do it from cleaning. I make sure to hear you. Okay, I make sure to hear you because I tell you that because I like the emission, but this emission is amazing. En tout cas, que monsieur Radio Télé Émergence, directeur Jonassin, nous apprécions ça parce que son directeur chaque dimanche.
The radio,
we toujours aimé exact
program that we turns every Sunday. This is a program that an editions that he likes to listen to, he likes to hear, to follow.
Okay.
So, anything, d'abord, et pas grand-chose, t'as quand même dit sous sujet ça, et nettoyage de printemps, et comment on est capable de nettoyer la vie, ou pour série de bagailles négatives hier, oublier et puis continuer sur une nouvelle.
Hier, 2 jours que nous sommes ensemble avec situation le monde.
These days, when we look at the world, the way the world is going,
exactement que nous sommes à la fin des temps.
we are
end of day.
no time.
C'est pour raison ça nous demandons avec chaque monde son prise de conscience.
We want to really have conscience.
C'est partager,
share love one for each other.
Yeah.
Et puis seulement together mettez tête nous ensemble, mettez nous ensemble justement capable au moins que
lend a hand to each other in order to start
ensemble avec sensibilisation
with some sort of
nous tout
sensibilisation, sensitiveness.
Et c'est là que nous avons commencé que faciliter pour nous commencer à démarrer ensemble avec
to start and also to reject and also to clean our sins.
And that's very true. That we
en tout cas que moi j'aime l'émission pile.
Il loves the show very much.
Présenter l'émission ça. Moi salut.
You, Brother Larry, represents this emission. He loves it very much. He appreciates you very much. He salutes you.
Thank you.
He esteems you.
En tout cas, Kembe là, paragé Kembe femme, paragé parce que
never give up because he appreciates the work that we're doing here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Merci. Thank you too.
Merci pour l'appel. Au revoir.
Now, what I will say, what I will say is that one thing we need, one of the things we need to do, and there's many things we need to do as a world. But
on bagay que nous besoin faire et il y a bagay que nous avons besoin faire dans le monde là.
But everyone is so focused on being in certain categories.
Et chaque monde seulement a besoin et chercher moyen pour une petite catégorie, une petite classe de par eux-mêmes.
What we need to do is learn.
Ça nous besoin faire c'est la
is to celebrate our diversity.
Un premier pas c'est pour nous apprendre à célébrer diversité, divergence d'opinion,
but cultivate
et cultiver ensemble
unity amongst mankind.
Unité ensemble entre nous en tant qu'hommes.
Because
parce que
we're in our last days.
Nous dans le dernier temps, Jean Tabois se dit là tout à l'heure.
But we still have to survive today.
Il faut nous survivre un jour d'ici là que nous vivons là.
And the way to do that successfully is
que nous devons faire ça avec succès.
Do so together.
Pour nous faire ensemble.
Find common ground.
Et c'est pour nous joindre un terrain d'entente.
Relate to one another.
Pour nous capables d'associer l'un à l'autre, travailler l'un à l'autre.
And have a mutual respect.
Et c'est comme ça nous capables d'avoir un respect mutuel.
And that a good segue into my next point.
Il y a une bagaille qui est important dans le prochain point que lui-même n'est pas fait là.
As we recognize the uniqueness of those around us come into our lives.
Pendant que nous apprenons à reconnaître façon distinguée ou bien unique, spéciale, monde qui dans la vie nous.
You come to the realization.
Faut nous capables de réaliser.
Everyone is not made in your image.
C'est pas tout le monde parfait dans l'image ou dans ressemblance.
So everyone is not going to like what you like.
C'est pas tout le monde capable mais tout ça vraiment.
Not everyone is going to like what you do.
C'est pas tout le monde capable mais ça faire.
And not everyone is going to like who you are.
C'est pas tout le monde capable mais qui monde koya.
And nor should they.
Et même pas t'adouer d'ailleurs.
What everyone should do is at least respect each other and respect the differences.
Ça que le monde doit faire c'est respecter l'autre et respecter différence non.
And find a way to coexist.
Et jouer une façon pour nous cohabiter, coexister ensemble.
Even if that means doing so on separate paths.
Dit pour nous faire ça dans différents voies, dans différents chemins, dans diverses manières.
Now, as you identify who's in your corners and who's in your circle, examine the company that you keep.
analyser, examiner compagnie si là, au monde si là yo qu'un bien dans la vie yo.
If you are not being enriched,
Sou pas enrichi,
encouraged
encouragé
to be the better version of you
pour être meilleure version de vous-même
and to achieve
et pour achever
your goals
et objectifs dans la vie
and your vision,
et vision dans la
consider finding new company.
et obligé essayer de considérer pour joindre de nouvelles compagnies l'autre monde.
So as a final note,
Et en note finale,
because I guess this has gone a little longer than we expected.
longer than normal, but it's good though.
But as a final note,
Et en note finale, dernier mot.
I want you all to look at where you are
Il permet que chacun de nous, la capitaine d'île, garder côté nous qu'on y a,
and look at everything that you've been through.
et garder toute bagaille que nous traversé, nous expérimenté dans la vie.
I want you all to be encouraged.
Il permet que nous encourager tête nous.
You may not be where you want to be right
On
now,
ne doit pas côté côté douillé, je dis cela,
but you have a 100% success rate.
mais au gagnant et on taux 100% de réussite devant la vie.
Because regardless of where you've been
Et quel que soit côté qu'on sorti, hein,
and what you've been through,
et ça qu'on traversé, ça qu'on passé dans la vie,
you're still here.
ou toujours là toujours.
You're still standing strong.
Ou toujours campé bien fort toujours.
You're still radiating resilience.
Ou toujours ou toujours radiant, ou toujours et brillant.
We all have our different paths,
Nous chaque gain chemin qui est différent l'un l'autre.
but we will all get through life together.
Mais nous-mêmes, nous pouvons aller et ensemble et dans la vie.
And I'm Dr. Larry Thomas, and I want to say
Non,
thank you
pas
all for tuning in. And I hope that I created value to you all. If there are any discussions that you would like to...
we got a call.
Oh, we got a call. Okay, let's go. Yes, you're on with
Good
Dr. Larry
evening.
Thomas and John Claude. How are you doing? And
Hello.
Hello.
hi.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
Hi, good evening. This is Diana. I was calling because for the past 10 minutes, I've been watching the show, and I just wanted to let you guys know that, especially Dr. Thomas, you're doing a great job. I really like the topic. It's amazing. I think this topic would definitely help a lot of people get their life together.
Thank you for the words of encouragement. I'm glad to hear that.
And you know who this is?
No.
This is the Queen Diana. She's supposed to have a show tonight, but she is on vacation.
Oh,
She's having
okay.
fun.
I hope you're on your vacation.
Spring break.
Oh, spring break.
I broke away from home for
Yeah.
days.
This is one way you choose to clean.
I just got back from vacation and
To do some spring cleaning.
and
Yeah.
as that's very true.
Yeah.
Because being on vacation, doing
Yeah.
things, self-care, as I mentioned in a previous discussion,
Yeah.
self-care is very important because you live inside you, and you know what you need. You know when you need to decompress. You know when you need to take time out for yourself, and
Exactly.
it's not self-care. It is not an entitlement. It's a right. You know, you have to take care of yourself because although previously in discussion I talked about, different people and things like that, but life within itself can be draining.
Definitely.
And you need to take time to disconnect, spend time with yourself, get to know yourself,
Yeah.
and rejuvenate so that you can step back into the realities of work and all the other things. And it's important. It's important for your safety and sometimes for the safety of others and those that you work with.
Sure.
You know?
Agreed. Yes, I agree.
You don't, because of the vicissitudes, the pressure,
Yes.
everything, the frustrations, and then
Yes, and
ended up killing somebody.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause lack of self-care can result in you actually stepping outside of your character and who you really are.
Yeah.
And doing and saying things that may be the result of that stress and lack of taking care of yourself. So it's important that you do that. And I hope you enjoy yourself while you're out there. And I look forward to meeting you when you come back.
Yeah, Yes, I am. Thank you. I am.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
So aren't we gonna, even though I know it's been we spent quite some times here, you're not gonna ask her what is she gonna do aside from vacation?
Aside from vacation. Yes, please share with us. Aside from vacation,
Okay.
what are you? What spring cleaning are you doing within your personal life that you're willing to share? What spring cleaning are you doing within your life?
I was watching the show, and a lot of the things you mentioned earlier, trying to get rid of the negative people in our life, not totally get rid of them, but watch my back and be careful and just acknowledge who's my friend and who's on my side and who's not on my side, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm really focused on that, and the picture you showed there with the circle in there, it shows that. So how do you correctly identify who's inside your circle and who's not in your circle? Because people out there are simply honest. You can't really tell all the time who's like your true friend and who's not.
That's a very good question. Well, and it's not an easy thing, but as I have described it, an analogy that I use is the people that are in your circle are the people. Some of those people are people that would rather be in your business than to help support your business. You know what I'm saying? So now, the people that are in your corner, those are the people that you can call at 2:00 in the morning and say, "Hey, I need to talk."
Yeah.
And they're there to talk to you. Those are the people that are in your circle are the people that may need you, and they're there when they're there when they have some hard times. They're calling you. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. And they are draining you, asking you to do things. And it's not all of them, but some of them, right? But the people that are in your corner are the people that are that you can depend on when you need them. The people that are in your circle, when you need them, they don't return texts, they don't return phone calls. You said you have an emergency, and those people are just they do not make themselves available to you because you're an option. You're not a priority. However, people that are in your people that are in your corner, they will put themselves in your circumstance, and they will say, "Okay, how are we going to deal with this?"
Okay.
The
people in the corner are the most important ones, the ones that I should
absolutely. The people in your circle, when you're going through some stuff, they're going to say, "I'll pray for you."
Okay.
The people that are in your corner are the ones that are going to say, "I'll pray with you."
Okay.
Right. And you also made a point earlier about your true supporters are not always in the front row. They're usually towards the middle. Your haters are usually the ones sitting in the front row.
They want your haters.
Tickets.
People that dislike you the most will pay the highest price for the ticket to sit in VIP in front row
just to see
performance, just to see you fail.
Yeah.
Your supporters,
and then the supporters are usually towards the middle.
Yeah, those are people. Those are people say like the teachers, the some of the co-workers, your mentors that are cheering you on from the sidelines.
These are people
that are saying, "You know what, you can do it. You can do it." But your people that are in your corner are the ones that are on the field saying, "Guess what? Pass me the ball. Let's go. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna take the shot, or we're gonna make the touchdown." Those are the ones that are in your corner that have you. You know what I'm saying? But but you have to identify, and the haters are real. A lot of times, the haters are easy to identify. Some of them are very cunning. But one thing you have to realize is this, and it was said by T.D. Jakes, you will never be hated by a person that is doing better than you are.
True.
You're never going to see a person in a Mercedes-Benz hating on a person driving a PT Cruiser.
He's already there.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's
exactly.
the point?
But you'll see the one that hates another guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you never, and as long as you know, because again, you know, the only person you really need to impress is yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're walking a path and you know that the path you're walking is righteous, you're taking the right steps. When I say righteous, I'm not likening this to religion. I'm just saying righteous as in you are doing the right things. You're doing what you are maintaining your personal integrity. You are, you know, you are a person of character. You're carrying yourself with character. You are doing the things that you need to do, and you are following your path, achieving your goals. And you know
what works for me.
Exactly. You're doing what works, you know, for you. You know, and you are there on the sidelines, or you are on the field with the people that are working with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then before Diana leaves, two things I want to mention. How would you consider Jesus and his 12 disciples? Were they in his inner circle, or would you consider the 12 disciples as cornered disciples, or were they inside the circles? Well, and then second of all, one thing that I also want to mention concerning the illustrations that you brought earlier, the teammate. You have the haters that got front seats, tickets.
Yep.
And then you have the middle section that cheer you on, and you have the teammates. And sometimes even in your own team, you can get haters.
Yeah. And
your own teammate can, you know, you can get haters in their midst.
Like Judas.
Yeah, of course.
Judas was a member of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Judas was also, he had a front row seat.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's a perfect analogy right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but guess what? If you also notice, Jesus identified him.
Yeah.
Jesus identified his hater and said, you know what, you will deny me. So I know who you are.
Yeah.
I know you'll deny me.
True.
And you'll deny me not once, not twice. You will deny me 3 times.
Yeah.
And he already knew that.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He told him, and guess what? He didn't say, you know, something. You're just going to deny me. No, you're going to deny me when I need you the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I need you the most, that's when you're going to deny me.
And then even Judas was important in Jesus' life as a hater.
Yeah.
He fulfilled.
Yeah. But that's why it's important.
Yeah.
You have to identify who those people are. Now, in answer to your question, how Jesus related to his disciples. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you want to liken this to a team, Jesus was actually the coach.
Yeah.
Jesus was the coach. He told them the plays. His playbook was the good news. His playbook was the Bible. And that is why when, you know, Jesus was, we often say, and I don't want to turn this into a really big religious thing, but we often say that, you know, Jesus died on the cross, right? Well, of course, he died on the cross, but in fact, let's call it what it is. He was actually murdered. He was actually murdered for giving the good news to the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So he wasn't, you know, people like Jesus, and I'm not likening these people together, but for this example, we say, you know, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. Martin Luther King, he died, you know, for our civil rights. You know, Malcolm X died for civil rights.
Sure.
These people didn't die for our civil rights. These people were murdered. You know what I'm saying? Now, they as a result of them, and of course this could have been accomplished through their lives, but of course there's a message in that. You know what I'm saying? We were able to move forward. You know what I'm saying? In the death of Jesus gave a full-blown birth of Christianity, because now you have you have these men that were the disciples, the pupils of Jesus, right? He mentored them, and when his job, to an extent, when his job was done, he grew leaders, and those leaders went out and they taught the word. They taught the word, and they were an extension. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So so now, because as you notice, when they traveled around, they traveled together a lot of times. So now, when they all traveled together, you know, they all taught the word in that area, and they all followed and they rounded people.
Sure.
But once, you know, Jesus, you know, died on the cross, you have these men that went in different directions, spreading the word all over, across the lands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how, Jesus' relation to them, mentor, teacher, coach. He led the team. He spearheaded the team, and he actually cultivated and grew more coaches who went out and taught the word and developed more disciples. And they too had their own disciples. Of course, they didn't call them disciples, but they were followers. And then as they taught the word, that's why we, those that are Christians, that is why we still know it.
Yeah.
Because those things got passed down.
Sure.
Word of mouth, stuff like that. You know? So, hope that answers your question.
All right, Diana. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate what you're doing. It's a great show, and just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for answering my questions.
Thank you very much. Glad to hear from you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye. Have a dream. A song to sing.
Well, thank you all very much for tuning in. I will.
Thank you.
And I will definitely see you all next Sunday.
Yeah.
For our next topic, and I will.
Merci parce que nous t'es là, nous t'es suivi là pour nous assurément et dimanche prochain si Dieu veut.
And if you all have any topics that you may want my take on or want any would like discussed,
si nous avons aucun sujet que nous avons Dr. Larry lui-même discuter pour nous,
by all means,
par n'importe quel moyen nécessaire,
you can place it and you can put it into the Facebook thing here, and
écrire.
And I will get to work on those for you, because I want to discuss the things that you want to hear.
Là, j'ai grand plaisir pour que de discuter n'importe sujet que nous désirions.
And as a result, we can all be better.
Et comme ça, nous capables puis améliorer, nous capables puis bien toujours de par information que nous recevons. Thank you once more. Great show, man. We just will not want to let you go. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, we just don't want to let you go.
Good to feel wanted.
Yeah, merci pour mon qui. Thank you so much for the callers. We really appreciate the calls. We really appreciate your inputs. Thank you very much for taking time to really call Dr. Larry and address your questions and so on and so forth. And then we know those people that may not call it, it's just because they're ingesting the informations.
Yes.
You know, we understand that too, but we hope that next time, you know, you would be pleased to call and then say something which will make this show together. Because, you know, of course, we can't do it by ourselves. We need your assistance, we need your call, we need your inputs and so on and so forth. Et nous besoin nous besoin nous besoin encouragement, mais Dr. Larry besoin ça juste pour continuer. Merci beaucoup le fait que nous t'avons suivi nous. Et rendez-vous semaine prochaine, dimanche prochain, même heure, même station, Radio Télé Emergence. Thank you so much, Dr. Larry.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I have a dream. A song to sing.